The year was 2047. Humanity had achieved what was once thought impossible, a thriving colony on Mars. Led by Captain Eleanor Rodriguez, the Mars colony mission had overcome countless obstacles. The Red Planet, with its harsh climate and barren landscapes, had become a new frontier for human ingenuity and resilience. Inside the colony's central hub, Captain Rodriguez was deep in discussion with Dr. Mark Thompson. "Elena, these new mineral samples are astonishing," Mark said, excitement sparking in his eyes. "They indicate potential geothermal activity beneath the surface. If we can harness that energy..." Elena smiled, placing a hand on his shoulder. "One step at a time, Mark. Let's ensure our habitat is secure first." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden, piercing alarm. The colony's AI, Evia, chimed in. "Unidentified object detected entering Mars' atmosphere." Elena and Mark exchanged worried glances. "EVA, display visual," Elena commanded. A holographic image flickered to life, showing a sleek alien craft descending rapidly towards the Martian surface. It was unlike anything they had ever seen. An intricate design of interlocking metallic plates, glowing with an ethereal blue light. "Prepare the defense drones," Elena ordered, her voice steady. "And alert Earth. We need reinforcements." High Commander Zalvok stood on the bridge of his ship, the Katal Vaughn. Mars loomed large on the view screen, a red orb ripe for the taking. The Zoltharan fleet had remained hidden beyond the orbit of Pluto, waiting for the right moment to strike. "High Commander, we have entered Mars' atmosphere undetected," reported scientist Virala, her eyes reflecting the ship's glow. "Excellent," Zalvok replied, his voice a low, resonant hum. "Begin scanning for human activity. We must neutralize their operations swiftly." Virala hesitated for a moment. "High Commander, do you believe this conflict is necessary? The humans seem primitive compared to us." Zalvok turned to face her, his gaze piercing. "Virala, these humans may appear insignificant, but their expansion threatens our control. We cannot allow them to gain a foothold in our system." Virala nodded, her reservations unspoken. She initiated the scans, the ship's sensors probing the Martian surface. Back at the Mars colony, tension was mounting. The defense drones were deployed, hovering around the colony's perimeter. Elena monitored the situation, her mind racing with possibilities. "Mark, what's our status on the communication array?" she asked. "Still jammed," Mark replied, frustration evident in his voice. "Whatever technology they're using, it's far beyond our capabilities." A sudden explosion rocked the colony, sending debris flying. Elena's heart pounded as she saw one of the defense drones spiraling out of control. "We're under attack," she shouted. "All personnel, to your stations." Outside, the Zoltharan ship unleashed a barrage of energy pulses, targeting the human defenses with pinpoint accuracy. The colony's turrets responded, but their projectiles seemed to dissipate against the Zoltharan shields. Inside the alien craft, Virala observed the human resistance with a mix of awe and concern. "High Commander, the humans are more resilient than anticipated." Zalvok's eyes narrowed. "Prepare the ground troops. We will crush their spirits directly." Elena and Mark raced to the colony's armory, suiting up in advanced exoskeletons designed for combat. "We need to buy time until Earth can send reinforcements," Elena said, fastening her helmet. "Agreed," Mark replied, loading his plasma rifle. "Let's show these invaders what humanity is made of." As they emerged onto the surface, a transport pod from the Zoltharan ship landed nearby, its doors sliding open to reveal a squad of alien soldiers. Tall and imposing, the Zoltharans advanced with a menacing grace. Elena took aim and fired, her shot striking the lead soldier's armor. The energy shield flickered but held. The Zoltharan retaliated, sending a burst of energy towards Elena. She dodged, rolling behind a rock for cover. Mark provided covering fire, his shots more precise. One Zoltharan fell, its shield overloaded. "Got one," he shouted. The battle intensified, with explosions and energy blasts lighting up the Martian landscape. Despite their advanced technology, The Zoltharans found themselves challenged by the humans' tenacity and tactical ingenuity. Inside the Zoltharan ship, Virula watched the unfolding conflict with growing unease. "High Commander, we're sustaining heavy losses. Perhaps we should reconsider our approach." Zhelvok's expression hardened. "Retreat is not an option. We will claim this planet." Before Virula could respond, an urgent message flashed on her console. "High Commander, an Earth fleet is approaching Mars. They will be here in minutes." Zhelvok's eyes widened. "All units fall back to the ship. Prepare for immediate departure." On the ground, Elena noticed the Zoltharans retreating. "They're pulling back," she said, a mixture of relief and suspicion in her voice. "Maybe they're regrouping," Mark suggested. "We should stay on guard." As the Zoltharan ship ascended, the first Earth vessels appeared in the sky, their presence a welcome sight for the beleaguered colonists. "Eleanor, this isn't over," Mark said, looking up at the departing alien craft. "No, it's not," Elena agreed. "But we've shown them that humanity won't back down. We'll be ready for them next time." High above Mars, Zhelvok stood in silence, contemplating the fierce resistance he had encountered. Virula approached him cautiously. "High Commander, what are your orders?" Zhelvok's gaze remained fixed on the red planet below. "We will return, Virula. The humans may have won this battle, but the war for the solar system is far from over." Virula nodded, her thoughts torn between loyalty to her people and a growing respect for the resilient humans. The Zoltharan ship vanished into the depths of space, leaving behind a battered but unbroken colony on Mars. As the dust settled, Captain Elena Rodriguez knew that this was only the beginning of a long and arduous struggle. But for now, humanity had proven its resolve and its unyielding spirit, and thus the tale of Mars Unyielding began. A story of courage, conflict, and the relentless pursuit of survival in the face of an unknown enemy. With the immediate threat of the Zoltharans temporarily averted, life on Mars began to return to a semblance of normalcy. The colonists worked tirelessly to repair the damage inflicted by the attack, their resolve strengthened by the knowledge that Earth stood ready to support them. Inside the central hub, Captain Elena Rodriguez was in a video conference with General McAllister, the head of Earth's Space Defense Force. "Elena, you and your team did an incredible job holding the line," McAllister said, his voice filled with admiration. "We're deploying additional troops and resources to bolster the colony's defenses." "Thank you, General," Elena replied. "But we need more than just reinforcements. We need intelligence on these aliens, their strengths, their weaknesses, anything that can give us an edge." "Agreed. Our scientists are already working on reverse engineering the debris we collected from the battlefield. We'll keep you updated on our progress." As the call ended, Elena turned to Mark, who was busy analysing the data from the recent engagement. "What have you got, Mark?" "Preliminary analysis of their technology shows they use a form of energy we've never encountered before. It's incredibly efficient and versatile. If we can understand it, we might be able to adapt it to our own systems." Elena nodded thoughtfully. "And what about their biology? We need to know how to counter them effectively in combat." "I'm on it," Mark assured her. "But it's going to take time. Their physiology is as advanced as their technology." Aboard the Zoltharan ship, the Katal Vaughn, scientist Virula was deep in her own research. Despite the High Commander's orders, she couldn't shake the fascination she felt towards the humans. Their resilience, their ingenuity, it was all so unexpected. As she worked, Zhelvok entered the lab. "Report, Virula. How soon can we mount a new offensive?" Virula hesitated, choosing her words carefully. "High Commander, our losses were significant. We need to reassess our strategy. The humans are more formidable than we anticipated." Zhelvok's eyes narrowed. "Are you suggesting we abandon our mission?" "No, High Commander," she replied quickly. "But we must understand our enemy better. Rushing into another conflict without proper preparation will only lead to more losses." Zhelvok considered her words, his expression unreadable. "Very well. Continue your research. But remember, Virula, Our primary objective is to secure this solar system for the Zoltharan Empire. Failure is not an option. As he left, Vir-Allah returned to her work, her mind a whirl of conflicting emotions. The more she learned about the humans, the more she questioned the necessity of their eradication. But loyalty to her people and her duty as a scientist compelled her to push forward. On Mars, the colonists were making significant progress. The new defense systems, combined with the technological insights gained from the Zoltharan debris, had significantly bolstered their capabilities. One evening, as Elena and Mark were reviewing the latest defense schematics, EVA's voice broke through their concentration. "Captain Rodriguez, Dr. Thompson, an unidentified craft is approaching the colony. It does not match known Zoltharan or Earth designs." Elena and Mark exchanged a glance. "What now?" Elena muttered. "EVA, can you identify the craft?" "Negative, Captain. However, it is broadcasting a non-hostile signal." "Let's go check it out," Mark suggested, grabbing his gear. As they made their way to the landing site, they were greeted by a sleek, silvery ship that had just touched down. The craft's hatch opened, and a tall, slender figure emerged. It was unlike any alien they had seen. A graceful being with luminescent skin and eyes that seemed to hold a universe of stars. "Greetings," the alien spoke, its voice melodic and soothing. "I am Liara of the Elari. We come in peace." Elena stepped forward cautiously. "I'm Captain Elena Rodriguez of the Mars colony. What brings you here, Liara?" "Our people have observed your conflict with the Zoltharans," Liara explained. "We seek to offer our assistance. The Zoltharans are a threat to all sentient life in this system, not just your own." Mark raised an eyebrow. "Why would you help us?" Liara smiled, a gesture that seemed both alien and familiar. "Because we believe in the potential of all races to coexist and thrive. Together, we stand a better chance against the Zoltharan threat." Elena nodded slowly. "All right, Liara, let's talk. We have a lot to discuss." Over the next few days, the Alaris shared their knowledge with the humans. Their advanced technology and strategic insights proved invaluable in preparing for the next potential attack. The colony's defences were upgraded with Alari shielding technology, and new tactics were developed to counter the Zoltharan's strengths. Elena found herself increasingly impressed by Liara's wisdom and calm demeanour. "Liara, why are the Zoltharans so intent on conquering this system?" Liara's expression grew sombre. "The Zoltharans are driven by a deep-seated belief in their own superiority. They see the expansion of other races as a direct threat to their dominance. To them, control is synonymous with survival." Mark, who had been listening intently, asked, "Is there no way to reason with them?" Liara shook her head. "I'm afraid not. Their society is built on the principles of conquest and control. To them, peace is a sign of weakness." The calm before the storm was brief. Soon, the Zoltharans returned, this time with an even larger fleet. High Commander Zalvok was determined to crush the human and Alari alliance. "Prepare for battle!" Elena's voice rang through the colony's communication network. The colonists, now well trained and equipped with new technology, took their positions. The sky above Mars lit up with the clash of ships and energy blasts. The combined forces of humans and Alari fought valiantly against the relentless Zoltharan onslaught. Elena and Mark led the ground defense, coordinating with Liara and her team. Despite the overwhelming odds, the united front held strong, each side complementing the other's strengths. High Commander Zalvok, watching from the bridge of the Katal Vaughan, was infuriated by the unexpected resistance. "Vir-Allah, deploy the experimental weapon. We must end this now." Vir-Allah hesitated. "High Commander, the weapon is untested. It could cause catastrophic damage to the planet." "Do it!" Zalvok's order was absolute. Reluctantly, Vir-Allah initiated the sequence. A massive energy beam shot from the Zoltharan ship, targeting the heart of the human colony. Elena and her team watched in horror as the beam descended. But just as the beam was about to strike, a shield of pure energy, brighter than the sun, enveloped the colony. Liara and the Alari had activated their most powerful defense, a last-ditch effort to protect their ally. The Zoltharan beam collided with the shield, causing a massive explosion that rocked the Martian surface. When the dust settled, the colony stood, the shield dissipating into particles of light. The failed attack demoralized the Zoltharans. Seeing their experimental weapon neutralized, High Commander Zalvok ordered a retreat. The human and Elari forces had won the day. Elena stood on a ridge, watching the Zoltharan ships disappear into the sky. Beside her, Mark and Liara surveyed the battlefield. "We did it," Mark said, a note of disbelief in his voice. "This is just the beginning," Elena replied. "We've shown them that we won't be conquered. Now we need to ensure that they don't come back." Liara nodded. "The Elari will continue to stand with you. Together, we will safeguard this system and build a future where all races can coexist." As the colonists began to rebuild once more, Elena felt a renewed sense of hope. The alliance with the Elari had opened new possibilities, and the victory against the Zoltharans had proven humanity's strength and resilience. But the shadows of war still lingered, and Elena knew that vigilance was necessary. The fight for the solar system was far from over, but with allies like Liara and the unyielding spirit of humanity, there was a chance for a brighter future. And so, the tale of Mars Unyielding continued, a story of courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of peace in a universe fraught with conflict. The victory against the Zoltharans had brought a sense of accomplishment to the Mars colony. However, beneath the surface of celebration, there lingered an awareness of the fragile peace. Captain Elena Rodriguez and her team remained vigilant, knowing that the Zoltharans would not accept defeat so easily. One evening, as Elena reviewed the latest defense reports in her quarters, EVA's voice broke the silence. "Captain Rodriguez, I am detecting anomalous readings from the colony's perimeter." Elena frowned. "Can you specify the nature of the anomaly, EVA?" "Unknown energy signatures, consistent with neither Zoltharan nor Elari technology." Elena quickly donned her exosuit and contacted Mark and Liara. "Meet me at the north perimeter. We have a situation." When they arrived, the source of the readings became clear. A small, spherical drone, emitting a faint blue glow, hovered just outside the colony's defences. "Is it Zoltharan?" Mark asked, examining the device. Liara shook her head. "No, this technology is unfamiliar. We should be cautious." Elena nodded. "EVA, initiate containment protocol." A force field enveloped the drone, but before they could examine it further, it projected a holographic image. A figure, humanoid, but with distinctly different features from any known race, appeared. "Greetings, humans and Elari. I am Ambassador Talar from the Varlock Confederation. We have observed your recent conflict and wish to offer our assistance against the Zoltharan threat." Elena exchanged a surprised glance with Mark and Liara. "More potential allies," she murmured. "Ambassador Talar, we are open to discussions. What can you tell us about the Varlock Confederation?" The holographic figure nodded. "The Varlock have long opposed Zoltharan expansion. We possess technology and intelligence that could be invaluable in your defense. However, there are matters to discuss in person. Our envoy will arrive shortly." As the hologram faded, Elena felt a mix of hope and apprehension. "We need to prepare. This could be a turning point or another threat." Within days, a Varlock ship arrived, its sleek, organic design contrasting sharply with both Zoltharan and Elari vessels. Ambassador Talar, accompanied by a delegation, was greeted in the colony's main hall. Talar, a tall being with shimmering, iridescent skin and multifaceted eyes, spoke with a calm authority. "Thank you for your hospitality, Captain Rodriguez. The Varlock Confederation has long sought to curb Zoltharan aggression. We believe a coalition of our races can achieve this goal. Elil." Traynor nodded, her expression serious. "We welcome your help, Ambassador, but we need to understand your motives and your technology. Trust is essential if we are to work together." Talar inclined his head. "Understandable. Our technology is based on advanced biochemistry and adaptive energy fields. We offer this knowledge to strengthen your defenses and share intelligence on Zoltharan movements." Liara, intrigued, stepped forward. Ambassador Talar, what drives your opposition to the Zoltharans? Talar's eyes darkened. The Zoltharans have destroyed countless civilizations in their quest for dominance. The Varlock have suffered their wrath and vowed to prevent further destruction. Your resilience against them proves you are worthy allies. Mark, always skeptical, asked, "What's the catch?" "There's always a catch." Talar smiled, a gesture that seemed genuine. "In return for our assistance, we seek cooperation in establishing mutual outposts and research facilities. Together, we can advance our understanding and prepare for future threats." Elena considered this, then extended her hand. "Agreed, Ambassador. Let's start with a joint research initiative. The sooner we understand each other's capabilities, the stronger we'll be." As the weeks passed, the Varlock integrated smoothly with the human and Elari teams. Their advanced biotechnological expertise accelerated the development of new defenses and medical technologies, bolstering the colony's resilience. However, not all was harmonious. Some colonists were wary of the new allies, fearing hidden agendas. Elena found herself mediating between factions, ensuring that trust was built on both sides. One night, while conducting routine patrols, Elena and Mark discovered a group of colonists in a heated argument with a Varlock scientist. "We don't want your kind here," one colonist shouted. "How do we know you're not spying for the Zoltharans?" The Varlock scientist, visibly distressed, tried to explain. "We share a common enemy. Our intentions are to help, not harm." Elena intervened, her voice firm. "That's enough. We are allies now and we need to act like it. Ambassador Talar has proven his commitment. Any mistrust should be brought to me, not acted upon in anger." The colonists, though grumbling, dispersed. Mark turned to Eleanor. "We need to address these fears before they escalate. One incident could undermine everything we've built." Elena nodded. "Agreed. We'll hold a forum tomorrow to address concerns and reinforce the importance of unity." Despite internal tensions, the alliance proved its worth. With Varlock technology, the colony's defenses became nearly impenetrable. Earth, too, benefited from the shared advancements, sending more support to Mars. But peace was fleeting. One day, a distress signal from an outlying research station sent shockwaves through the colony. The message was garbled, but one word was clear: Zoltharans. Elena, Mark, and Liara, along with Ambassador Talar, led a team to the station. They found it in ruins, the signs of Zoltharan weaponry evident. Survivors spoke of a new type of Zoltharan soldier, more advanced and brutal. As they assessed the damage, a chilling realization dawned on them. The Zoltharans had not only regrouped, but had also upgraded their forces. This attack was a clear message. They would not rest until they reclaimed control. Back at the colony, a council of war was convened. Elena addressed the gathered leaders and representatives. "We face a renewed Zoltharan threat. Our defenses are strong, but we must prepare for a prolonged conflict. Unity and vigilance are our greatest strengths." Talar added, "The Varlock will stand with you. Together we will devise strategies to counter this new threat. Our knowledge and your resilience can prevail." Liara, reflecting on her own people's struggle, said, "We must remain hopeful and determined. The Zoltharans underestimate our resolve. Let's prove them wrong." The council dispersed with a renewed sense of purpose. The fight for Mars and the solar system had entered a new, more dangerous phase. But with their allies beside them and their unyielding spirit, humanity was ready to face whatever came next. And so, the tale of Mars Unyielding continued. A story of alliances forged in the crucible of conflict, of courage tested by relentless foes, and of a future shaped by the unbreakable will to survive and thrive. The renewed Zoltharan threat loomed large over the Mars colony. Elena and her team worked tirelessly, integrating the advanced technologies provided by the Varlock and the Elari into their defense systems. Training regimens were intensified, with colonists honing their combat skills and strategic thinking. In the central command hub, Elena, Mark, Liara, and Ambassador Talar gathered for a strategic meeting. A holographic map of the solar system floated before them, displaying known Zoltharan positions and potential targets. Elena, our scouts have reported increased Zoltharan activity near the asteroid belt, Mark said, pointing to the map. They're likely setting up forward bases to launch more frequent attacks. Liara nodded, her expression serious. We need to disrupt their supply lines. Striking at their bases could buy us time and weaken their efforts. Talar added, the Varlock have cloaked ships capable of covert operations. We can assist in these strikes without alerting the Zoltharans to our presence. Ellie. Trainer considered the plan. Agreed. We'll coordinate a series of hit-and-run attacks. Our goal is to disrupt and delay, but we must also prepare for a full-scale invasion. The Zoltharans won't stop until they've crushed us. The first covert operation was launched within days. A fleet of cloaked Varlock ships, accompanied by a handful of human and Alari vessels, slipped through the asteroid belt undetected. Their target, a Zoltharan supply depot hidden within an asteroid. Inside one of the lead ships, Elena and Talar reviewed their approach. Once we breach their defences, we'll plant charges and evacuate, Talar explained. Speed and precision are key. As the ships neared the depot, the cloaking devices were deactivated, and a barrage of laser fire erupted. The element of surprise was on their side. Human and Varlock soldiers, clad in advanced combat suits, stormed the depot. Explosions rocked the asteroid as charges were planted on key structures. Elena, leading her team, fought with determination, her rifle cutting down Zoltharan soldiers who attempted to resist. Charges are set, Mark's voice crackled over the comms. We need to get out of here, now. The team quickly retreated to their ships, and as they sped away, a series of detonations tore through the asteroid, obliterating the depot. Cheers erupted within the ships as they watched the destruction on their monitors. That's one down, Eleanor said, her voice grim. But we have a long way to go. Back at the colony, the success of the operation boosted morale. However, not all was well. Unbeknownst to the Allies, a Zoltharan spy had infiltrated their ranks, gathering intelligence and sabotaging their efforts from within. The first signs of trouble appeared when critical systems began to fail. Power outages, communication disruptions, and equipment malfunctions plagued the colony. Elena, suspicious of the pattern, ordered a thorough investigation. Mark, leading a team of engineers, discovered evidence of tampering in the colony's mainframe. Someone's been planting malware in our systems, he reported to Eleanor. It's sophisticated, Zoltharan, without a doubt. Elena clenched her fists. We have a traitor. We need to find them before they can do more damage. The colony was put on high alert. Security protocols were tightened and surveillance was increased. It wasn't long before the saboteur was identified, a Varlock scientist named Jalok, who had been working closely with the humans. Elena confronted Jalok in the main hall, flanked by Talar and Liara. Why? She demanded, her voice filled with betrayal and anger. Jalok's expression was cold. The Zoltharans promised me power and protection. I have no loyalty to a doomed cause. Talar stepped forward, his eyes dark with anger. You have betrayed not only your allies, but your own people. Your actions have endangered us all, Jalok sneered. It doesn't matter. The Zoltharans will come, and you will all fall. Elena signaled the guards to take Jalok away. We'll see about that. But for now, you'll pay for your treachery. With the spy dealt with, the colony refocused on strengthening its defences. Meanwhile, Earth had not been idle. General McAllister had rallied the forces of the Space Defence Force, and a formidable fleet was en route to Mars, carrying advanced weaponry and additional troops. The arrival of the Earth fleet was a momentous occasion. Massive battleships and nimble fighters descended into Mars' atmosphere, bringing with them a sense of renewed hope and strength. Elena greeted General McAllister as he disembarked from his flagship. Welcome to Mars, General. Your timing couldn't be better. McAllister smiled. We're here to help, Captain. Let's show these Zoltharans what humanity is capable of. The combined might of Earth, Mars, the Alari, and the Varlock forged a formidable alliance. Training sessions, strategy meetings, and joint operations became the norm as the Allies prepared for the inevitable Zoltharan counterattack. The Zoltharans returned with a vengeance, their fleet dwarfing the previous assault. High Commander Zalvok led the charge, determined to crush the Alliance once and for all. The sky above Mars lit up with the clash of titanic forces. The Allied fleet met the Zoltharan onslaught head-on, fighters weaving through a storm of laser fire and energy blasts. On the ground, defense turrets and missile batteries engaged the Zoltharan landing craft. Elena, now leading the ground forces, fought with fierce determination. Beside her, Mark, Liara, and Talar coordinated their efforts, each contributing their unique skills and knowledge to the battle. The fighting was intense, with heavy casualties on both sides, but the combined strategies and advanced technologies of the Allies began to turn the tide. The Varlock-cloaked ships struck from the shadows, the Elari energy shields deflected powerful attacks, and the human troops held the line with unyielding resolve. In the midst of the chaos, Elena and Zalvok faced off in a brutal confrontation. Their combat suits clashed with a fury. Energy blades slicing through the air. Zalvok's strength was immense, but Elena's determination and tactical ingenuity gave her the edge. With a final, decisive strike, Elena disabled Zalvok's suit and knocked him to the ground. "It's over," she said, her voice steely. Zalvok glared up at her, his eyes filled with hatred. "You may have won this battle, human, but the war is far from over. We'll be ready," Elena replied, her voice unwavering. "Mars is unyielding." With the defeat of the Zoltharan fleet, the solar system breathed a collective sigh of relief. The battle had been won, but the cost had been high. Countless lives were lost, and the scars of war would take time to heal. In the aftermath, the alliance of humans, Elari and Varlock stood stronger than ever. Plans were made to establish permanent defense installations and research facilities, ensuring that they would be ready for any future threats. Elena stood on a ridge overlooking the rebuilt colony, reflecting on the journey that had brought them here. Mark joined her, his arm in a sling but a smile on his face. "We did it, Elena. We actually did it." Elena nodded, a sense of pride and determination swelling within her. "Yes, we did. But this is just the beginning. We have a lot of work ahead to secure our future." Liara and Talar approached, the setting sun casting a golden glow over the Martian landscape. "The bond we have forged here will be the foundation of a new era," Liara said, her voice filled with hope. Talar added, "Together we will build a future where all races can coexist in peace and prosperity." Elena smiled, looking at her friends and allies. "To a new era," she said, raising her hand in a gesture of unity. And so the tale of Mars Unyielding continued. A story of resilience, unity, and the unbreakable spirit of those who dared to dream of a better future. The solar system was no longer just a collection of planets and stars. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of cooperation and the enduring strength of the human spirit. With the threat of the Zoltharans momentarily abated, the focus shifted to rebuilding and expanding the colony. The alliance between humans, Elari, and Varlock brought unprecedented advancements, transforming Mars into a bustling hub of innovation and cooperation. In the newly established Mars Interstellar Research Center, scientists from all three races worked side by side. Advanced technologies were developed, combining human ingenuity, Elari energy manipulation, and Varlock biotechnologies. The synergy created breakthroughs that none could have achieved alone. Elena, now promoted to commander of the Mars Defense Force, found herself in a meeting with General McAllister, Liara, and Talar. A holographic projection of the solar system hovered above the table. "We've made remarkable progress," McAllister began, "but we can't afford to be complacent. We need to extend our reach and fortify our presence throughout the solar system." Liara nodded. "Agreed. The Zoltharans are regrouping. We need to anticipate their next move and be ready." Talar added, The Varlock are prepared to assist in establishing outposts on key locations such as the asteroid belt and the moons of Jupiter. These outposts will serve as early warning systems and strategic defense points. Elena looked at the projection thoughtfully. We'll need to coordinate our efforts and resources. Let's start by establishing a central command on Phobos. Its proximity to Mars makes it an ideal location for a primary defense outpost. The plan was set into motion. Construction teams composed of humans, Elari, and Varlock were dispatched to Phobos, and soon the small moon became a fortress bristling with advanced weaponry and surveillance equipment. As the Allies fortified their positions, a mysterious signal was detected, emanating from the far reaches of the solar system. The signal was ancient, predating even the oldest known records of human and Elari civilizations. EVA, monitoring the signal, relayed the information to Elena and her team. The origin of the signal is unclear, but it appears to be a distress call. Its encryption is highly sophisticated. Elena, intrigued, called for an immediate investigation. This could be significant. Liara, Talar, let's assemble a team and investigate. The expedition ship, equipped with the latest technologies from all three races, embarked on its journey. As they neared the source of the signal, they discovered a massive derelict spacecraft, unlike anything they had seen before. Inside the ship, they found evidence of a long-lost civilization. The architecture was intricate, with designs that suggested a high level of technological and cultural sophistication. Liara examined the walls, her hand tracing ancient symbols. This is extraordinary. These markings indicate a civilization that valued knowledge and peace. Mark, scanning the surroundings, added, "The technology here is centuries ahead of anything we have. If we can decipher it, it could change everything." As they explored deeper, they found a central chamber containing a massive, dormant AI core. Evia interfaced with it, awakening the ancient intelligence. "I am Elion," the AI spoke, its voice resonating through the chamber. "I was created by the Krythar to preserve their knowledge. You have awakened me in a time of great need." Elena stepped forward. "Elion, we are facing a threat from the Zoltharans. Can you help us?" Elion's holographic form flickered. The Zoltharans. A name from the past. They were once allies of the Krythar, but their hunger for power led to our downfall. I can provide you with the knowledge and technology to counter them, but there is a price. "What price?" Elena asked, wary. The Krythar believed in balance. To wield their power responsibly, you must unite your races not just in war, but in peace. Only through true cooperation and understanding can you hope to succeed. Elena nodded. "We accept. Show us what we need to do." Elion shared with them the secrets of the Krythar, unlocking advanced technologies and strategies that could give them an edge against the Zoltharans. The team returned to Mars, armed with new knowledge and a renewed sense of purpose. The integration of Krythar technology began immediately. Defense systems were enhanced, medical technologies improved, and new energy sources harnessed. The Allies worked tirelessly, driven by the promise of a safer future. In a gesture of unity, a Grand Council was established, consisting of representatives from all three races. The Council's mission was to ensure cooperation and guide the integration of Krythar knowledge into their societies. Elena addressed the Council. "We stand on the brink of a new era. The challenges ahead are great, but so is our potential. Together, we will build a future where peace and prosperity are not just dreams, but realities." The peace was shattered when the Zoltharans launched a massive assault, their new fleet even more powerful than before. High Commander Zalvok, now equipped with Krythar technology of their own, led the charge with ruthless determination. The Allied forces were ready. The defenses on Phobos and Mars were activated, and a massive space battle erupted. Elena, now commanding from the newly established Central Command on Phobos, coordinated the defense. "Hold the line," she ordered. "We cannot let them breach our defenses." The Varlock-cloaked ships executed precise strikes, disrupting Zoltharan formations. The Elari energy shields absorbed and redirected enemy fire, while human ingenuity found and exploited weaknesses in the Zoltharan ships. On the ground, Mark and Liara led the defense, their combined forces repelling Zoltharan landing attempts. The battle was fierce, with both sides suffering heavy losses. In the midst of the chaos, Elion's voice resonated through the command center. "Commander Rodriguez, I have identified a critical flaw in the Zoltharan flagship. If we can exploit it, we can disable their entire fleet." Elena acted swiftly. "Mark, Liara, focus all firepower on these coordinates. We need to take down that flagship." The combined might of the Allies converged on the Zoltharan flagship. As Elion guided their attacks, a massive explosion rocked the enemy ship. The flagship began to disintegrate, and with it, the Zoltharan fleet's cohesion collapsed. High Commander Zalvok, realizing defeat, ordered a retreat. The Zoltharans withdrew, their once mighty fleet in tatters. With the Zoltharan threat finally neutralized, the solar system entered a new era of peace and cooperation. The Allies continued to work together, their bond stronger than ever. Mars became a beacon of hope and unity, a testament to what could be achieved through cooperation and mutual respect. The technologies and knowledge of the Krythar were used not only for defense, but to improve the lives of all. Elena, now a celebrated leader, looked out over the thriving colony. Mark, Liara, and Talar stood beside her, each reflecting on the journey that had brought them here. "We've come a long way," Mark said, his voice filled with pride. Liara smiled. "And we have much further to go, but now we go forward together." Talar added, "The future is bright. We have shown that unity is our greatest strength." Elena nodded, her heart filled with hope and determination. To the future, and to the unyielding spirit of all who dared to dream. And so, the tale of Mars Unyielding continued, a story of courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of a better future. The solar system was no longer just a collection of planets and stars. It was a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit and the boundless possibilities of cooperation. With the immediate Zoltharan threat neutralized, humanity, along with their Elari and Varlock allies, turned their gaze towards the vast expanse of the cosmos. The technologies and knowledge shared by Elion opened new frontiers for exploration and colonization. Ambitious plans were made to expand human presence beyond Mars, to the outer planets and their moons, and even to other star systems. The Mars Interstellar Research Center, now a hub of innovation and learning, played a central role in this new age of exploration. Scientists and engineers from all three races collaborated on projects that pushed the boundaries of what was previously thought possible. In the main hall of the research center, a large gathering was held to celebrate the launch of the first interstellar colonization mission. Elena, now head of the Interstellar Exploration Initiative, stood at the podium, addressing the assembled crowd. "Today marks a historic moment in our journey," she began, her voice filled with pride and excitement. "Together, we have overcome incredible challenges and forged a path to the stars. This mission represents not just our quest for knowledge, but our enduring spirit of cooperation and unity." The audience erupted in applause as the massive colony ship, named Endeavour, lifted off, its powerful engines propelling it towards a distant star system. On board were scientists, explorers, and settlers, all eager to carve out a new life on an alien world. Months later, Endeavour arrived at its destination, a habitable planet in the Proxima Centauri system. The planet, named Aurora, was a lush, verdant world with vast oceans, towering mountains, and rich, fertile land. The settlers quickly established a colony, building habitats, research stations, and Phonaton, the Elari and Varlock settlers shared their knowledge and techniques, helping the humans adapt to their new environment. The cooperation and camaraderie that had been forged on Mars continued to flourish on Aurora. Elena, now in semi-retirement, visited Aurora to oversee the progress and offer her guidance. Walking through the thriving colony, she marveled at how far they had come. Children of all three races played together, Scientists conducted groundbreaking research, and settlers built a new society based on mutual respect and understanding. At a ceremony to officially mark the founding of the Aurora colony, Elena addressed the settlers. Aurora stands as a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. This new world is not just a home, but a beacon of hope for all who seek a better future. Despite the progress, a new challenge emerged. Strange, unexplained phenomena began to occur on Aurora. Crops withered overnight, electronics malfunctioned, and settlers reported sightings of ghostly figures in the forests. Investigations revealed an ancient, dormant alien presence beneath the planet's surface. Elion's knowledge suggested that this could be remnants of a Krythar experiment gone awry. Elena, along with a team of scientists and soldiers, ventured into the depths of Aurora's underground caverns. There, they discovered a vast, abandoned Krythar facility. The technology within was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Liara, examining the facility's control center, spoke with concern. This technology was designed to manipulate the environment. It's possible that whatever was left here has become unstable. Mark, leading the security team, added, "We need to secure this facility and figure out how to shut it down. If it continues to malfunction, it could endanger the entire colony." As they delved deeper, they encountered automated defenses and ancient guardians left behind by the Krythar. The team fought their way through, using their combined skills and knowledge to overcome the challenges. In the heart of the facility, they found the control core, a massive, pulsating structure of crystalline circuits and energy conduits. Elion's holographic form appeared beside them. "This core is the source of the disturbances. We must stabilize it before it triggers a catastrophic event." With Elion's guidance, the team worked tirelessly to stabilize the core. It was a race against time, but their determination and cooperation saw them through. As the core's energy levels normalized, the disturbances on the surface ceased. Elena, exhausted but triumphant, turned to her team. "We did it. Aurora is safe." With the threat neutralized, the colony on Aurora flourished. The settlers, inspired by their triumph over adversity, continued to build a society that embodied the principles of unity and cooperation. Elena, reflecting on her journey, realized that their greatest achievement wasn't the defeat of the Zoltharans or the colonization of a new world, but the enduring legacy of unity they had created. This legacy was evident in every aspect of life on Aurora, from the way problems were solved to the way people of different races lived and worked together. In a quiet moment, Elena stood at the edge of a cliff, overlooking the vast, beautiful landscape of Aurora. Mark, Liara, and Talar joined her, each lost in their own thoughts. "We've come a long way," Mark said, echoing his words from Mars. "And there's still so much to do." Liara nodded. "But we've shown that no challenge is too great when we face it together." Talar added, "The legacy we leave here will inspire future generations. Our unity is our greatest strength." Elena smiled, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment. To the future, and to the unyielding spirit of all who dare to dream. Years passed, and the colony on Aurora thrived, evolving into a beacon of hope and unity. Elena Rodriguez, now an elder stateswoman, watched with pride as the next generation took the reins, continuing the work she and her allies had started. The Interstellar Exploration Initiative expanded its reach, establishing new colonies and research outposts across the galaxy. Each new settlement was built upon the principles of cooperation and mutual respect that had defined the alliance from the beginning. The Grand Council, now a galaxy-wide governing body, ensured that the lessons learned from the conflicts and triumphs of the past guided their future. Representatives from humanity, the Alari, and the Varlock worked together, resolving disputes through dialogue and collaboration rather than conflict. One day, as Elena strolled through the lush gardens of Aurora, she was joined by her old friends, Mark, Liara, and Talar. They walked in comfortable silence, reflecting on their journey. Mark broke the silence, his voice filled with nostalgia. "Remember the day we first set foot on Mars? We had no idea what lay ahead." Liara smiled. "We faced incredible challenges, But we've also achieved things we never thought possible. We've built a future we can be proud of. Talar added, "Our unity has been our greatest strength. It's what has allowed us to overcome every obstacle." Elena nodded, her heart swelling with pride. "We've shown that when we stand together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Our legacy will live on in the hearts and minds of those who come after us." As they continued their walk, they were joined by children of all three races, laughing and playing together. It was a living testament to the enduring spirit of unity and cooperation that had brought them so far. In a quiet moment, Elena paused to look up at the stars. The cosmos, once a vast and terrifying unknown, had become a realm of infinite possibilities. She knew that the journey was far from over. There would always be new challenges and new frontiers to explore. But she also knew that the seeds they had planted, the seeds of unity, resilience and hope, would continue to grow and flourish. As the years turned into decades, the story of Mars Unyielding became a legend, passed down from generation to generation. It was a story of courage, determination, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the crucible of adversity. It was a story of how a disparate group of beings came together to overcome a seemingly insurmountable threat, and in doing so, discovered their true potential. Elena, Mark, Liara, and Talar became symbols of hope and inspiration. Statues were erected in their honor, and their deeds were celebrated in songs and stories. But more than that, their legacy lived on in the lives of the countless beings who continued their work, building a future where peace and prosperity were within reach for all. And so, the tale of Mars Unyielding continued, not just as a story told in the quiet moments of reflection, but as a living, breathing testament to the power of unity and the enduring strength of the human spirit. The stars, once distant and unreachable, had become the home of a new, united civilization, a civilization that dared to dream and had the courage to make those dreams a reality. In the end, it was not the battles won or the enemies defeated that defined their legacy, but the unwavering commitment to a better future, a future where the light of hope and unity shone brightly, guiding all who ventured into the great unknown.